Hello and welcome back to my channel. You are watching Through My Eyes Beauty, where you can find makeup, motherhood tips, and military lifestyle info as I live it all in one spot. So today I'm going to start another series called the Beauty Drunk Drawer. So I already told y'all I have a problem and I have quite a few things just kind of sitting around collecting dust. And I'm going to show you all what they are today and why they're collecting dust. I may do a declutter video as well. If you're interested in that, let me know. If you're in the Minot area and you're interested in any of this stuff, also let me know. But yeah, I have quite a few items here. I've got foundation, quite a few eyeshadow palettes, face powders, a couple lipsticks, and a couple tools that I just find that I do not reach for like ever. So if you would like to see those items, stay tuned. So I think I'm going to start with foundation first. You might be shocked by this, but first foundation that I do not use and is collecting dust is the MAC Matchmaker. I have not tried the Studio Fix Fluid foundation. Reason being is because it is a matte foundation. My skin usually doesn't vibe with mattes. I am realizing now that I can do semi mattes and some soft mattes, but anything closer to that, or a natural finish, I can do a natural finish as well. But anything other than that, my skin does not agree with. So this one here, aside from the fact that, look at this color on my skin. I was this color one time in life and I bought it to fit, and now it's super duper light. Like, I can't do nothing with this. But this is the Matchmaker foundation with SPF, and it is in 6.0. Again, it's supposed to be Matchmaker, meaning it's supposed to start to kind of shift and mold to your skin tone eventually after it sits on your skin. No, this does not do that, at least not for me. I go around looking like a ghost. I used to use it to mix with my Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, which is too dark for me. So kind of gave it a use, but at the same time, I don't care for the finish of the MAC foundation. So I just dropped it off at the pool and just never picked it back up. Next foundation is the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effects foundation. I actually did a mini review of this on a drugstore video that I did back in the day, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. I feel like I should go look at that video and see. I got it because it was $6 and it says airbrush effect, so I was like, okay. But I feel like if it really did what it said it did, I wouldn't be sitting over here confused, you know. So I may have to dig this out just to see. It still matches my skin tone, so I mean, yeah. But it's sitting in my drawer because I also I have quite a bit of foundations. I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin foundation. I just picked up the Becca 24-hour coverage foundation. I also picked up the ABH stick foundation. I still have a good bit of my Maybelline stick foundation. I have quite a few foundations, so I'm not really in a hurry to use it because I have a lot of other shades that match me and I know work very, very well. So that is a wrap for foundations, but I will keep going with the cream products. This is a cream blush from Sephora. I got it on clearance for $4. If you squeeze the sides, the little thing will come up, and it's kind of cute. And it's soft. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. And it's, I mean, you know, it's cute or whatever, but I just don't find myself in a situation to where I would need to throw on a cream blush. Like I said, it's actually a pretty color, a color that I would normally rock. And it has a little, like I said, it has a little bit of shimmer in it, some gold reflex, but it's too much. I can just wear any other blush I have that has gold reflex. I have way too many blushes, by the way. I'm gonna work on that. Next cream products are these. Y'all, if you knew how much these cost $99 each. These are the Makeup Forever color palettes, flash color case palettes. If you are a legitimate makeup artist, you know how important these are. And I bought these because I was freelancing for a while, and I never really had to pull them out. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, you know, I was working at Sephora at the time, and we were doing Halloween looks and all that type stuff, and I ended up digging in these a couple times. But now that I no longer work there, it's like, well, what you gonna do? You know, I mean, this one here for sure, there's a lot of flesh tones, things I can use for color correctors, and I don't find myself in need of these as much as I used to, and now they collect dust. So keeping it going with the cream products, I only have one to show, but these are the cream liquid highlighters. This one in particular is Opal by Becca. I have one from CoverFX, and I have one that I got from Mary Kay, and I do not find myself reaching for these. I don't see a use for them as of yet, so until I figure it out, they just collect dust. I'm currently watching, like, legitimate, you know, watching others like Alyssa Ashley, you know, doing their dewy foundations and makeup looks, and I don't know, I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Like, I love a glow, I love a dewy look, and I love a skin light finish. So if I want that, I need to get on my grind. Next, these lipsticks, the TooFaced Melted Chocolate Collection. I love the melted lipsticks, they're awesome, but I don't find these to be too pigmented. Okay, well, this one's not bad, but I find that these don't always show so opaque on my lips, and that's a decent nude color. And okay, maybe this is one of the ones where I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me. So as you can see, I am really swiping that on, and it's like, okay, well, I don't, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't, I don't know, it has a little bit of shimmer in it, so that's cute, but it doesn't have a statement, you know. These usually dry down to a matte finish. It takes a while, but they're a soft matte. I don't know, it's not enough color payoff for me, so they collect dust. Next, I just look like I don't know what I want to do with my life. Hold on, get my sexy back. So my next set of lipsticks are OCC. This is the old formula. Now they have lip tars that have a wand. I have quite a few colors. This blue I need to try, and I actually found a really nice nude combination in here, but because of the way they're set up, you have to use it with little brush that's on the inside there. It's not necessarily the most ideal, so they end up going in this little pouch that I have and stowed away. Because you gotta think, how many nudes do I already have with a wand? How many blue lipsticks do I already have with a wand? That's bad. Why do I have so many blue lipsticks? But you know, whatever. These were honestly a big mistake. I went, if you look in my my Ulta haul, I purchased these thinking that these were glitters that go on your eye, but they are actually fine color for acrylics. And I told myself, I was like, you know what, whatever, let's see how this works. I'm still gonna put it on my eye. Bad idea. These do not work on your eyes, and it ended up being very grainy. Like, I put it on my eyes even with glitter glue, all that stuff, and it literally just crumbled, and some of it got in my eye, and it was, like I said, it was grainy. So bad idea, you know. For the sake of, you know, makeup, I decided I wanted to do something different, try something different, and it did not work out, and that's okay. While we are on tools, this is probably the one tool that I find to be the most unnecessary in my life. These eyelash curlers, me personally, I don't need eyelash curlers, and they do not, this particular type does not work well on the lashes that I typically purchase. Like, something this big, something this wide usually does not fit in this little thing here. So I am looking into purchasing the frameless ones from Amazon. There's a couple Revlon ones as well, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. I can't find it in my CVS. I can't find it in Target. I can't find it in Walmart. So I'm gonna have to order it online. And if you know me, I hate ordering things online. I prefer instant gratification. I like to be able to get it, play with it, touch it, feel it, all that stuff before I get it. So if I order something online, that means I trust you, and I'm really I'm probably panicking on the inside, to be honest. I really just dislike it. Now this may come as a shocker to some. Laura Mercier collects dust, okay? Number one, my Dermablend powder is the absolute best to me, hands down. I've tried this on several different occasions and I am just not impressed. I don't know if I'm using it wrong. I don't use it with the puff, or I've tried to use it with the puff, as you can see, and it just seems to kind of cake up on little spots on my face, and it's just not, I don't know, right now it just doesn't seem worth it for me to switch over from my Dermablend. My Kat Von D powder here, my Lock It translucent powder, I actually stopped using this because it was giving me way too much flashback. I found myself reaching for it more as of late because I might as well use this versus using, you know, my Dermablend while I'm doing my tutorials, and then use the Dermablend when I actually go out to I don't know, I don't go anywhere, so to Walmart, okay? Yeah, that's where I'm going, to a party that I probably didn't want to go to but was invited anyways, kind of thing. Well, you know, whatever. I'm digging back into this because I think it gives a flawless finish usually, but that flashback is crazy. I might insert a picture to show you the flashback because it's madness, I'm telling you. Continuing on with Kat Von D, this is her powder foundation. The reason I do not or did not use it for a while is because it was wintertime when I got this, actually. Gratis from Sephora, and when I got it, it just seemed like it was too orange for my skin tone. It was a little too dark, and I was a little, but now I don't know, you know, I'm all grown up, you know, it's been a little while, you know, she looking good. I might peel her back out, but you gotta think, I already have foundation powders that I'm using, so this right here goes in line behind my Mary Kay loose setting powder, my CoverFX loose setting powder, and you know I love loose powders, and then I just got the Sephora powders, and I have the Laura Geller powder. So where does she fit in? It's gonna be a while, sis, have a seat. And then here is the Mary Kay translucent powder. I did do a video with this one and it wasn't bad. It actually gave me a really nice finish. At first it looked a little on the ashy side and or on the dry side underneath my eyes, but as soon as I sprayed my setting mist, it was beautiful. It really brightened underneath the eyes without looking too crazy, and it did not give me flashback. I'm 98% sure that I included a flash test on it and it did not give me flashback. So this right here probably has a higher seat or has a better chance of having a seat at the table than Kat Von D, to be honest. All right, so I think we have made it into the palettes. Let's go. This, does anybody remember this? This is the Tarte Rainforest, what is it? Rainforest After Dark palette. I saw this on Sephora's website and I swooned. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Check that out. That is true to color, people. I thoroughly thought this was beautiful. But then when I got it, first of all, when I got this, I was not a cool tone wearing person. And it's crazy to say that because right now I have on cool tone eyeshadow, so I might need to revisit this. See, this is what's the point of this? I'm telling y'all what's in my junk drawer and I'm over here like, I might use all this. Declutter what? How? Because I can't get rid of nothing. But I love this because it has a little bit of a contour, supposed to be a contour right off on the side here, which I would probably use more so as a transition color because it's not very dark. This here is a highlight, which is a very cool tone highlight. I don't know if y'all remember, but in my Morena Botte foundation routine, I use this highlighter in that video, and it has it's like it kind of reminds me of opal. It has a little bit of a gold shift, but it's still icy, which to me, I think there's a time and a place for icy highlights. So blush, I love blush. There's no getting rid of blush for me. And of course we have these shades here. This is a purple shimmer, gold shimmer, a deep matte brown, a good transition color here. This is more of a satin finish, and that is also a matte shade here. So I'm just gonna bring this up close just so y'all can see. And it's not a bad palette. I'm just like, Houseway is just okay. That I don't know, like this just does not, it was pretty when I saw it on a website, but this does not inspire me to do anything. I can probably force myself to use it, but I don't look at it and go, ooh, how many looks can I make? Like, no. And that's pretty much the case for a lot of these different shadows. And this is low-key like a brand new palette. This is a Buxum pre-made palette. This one right here I actually got out of, hold on, let me do it this way. I actually got out of the store just like this. You've got your purples, let's see, so try not to blind y'all, but this right here is a nice shimmer. This one is a warm brown matte. This is also a shimmer, deep gold, not quite copper gold, but more of a bronze gold shimmer. This one here. Then I have a kind of a pinky peach-ish matte shade, and then another shimmer. True to color here. That's probably about the closest we're gonna get, but it's not bad. But same deal, I don't look at this and get inspired. I have no desire to have, you know, I don't know why I did this. It's a cool tone palette, and I wasn't vibing with cool tone palettes at the time. Buxum Christmas 2015, I believe. Y'all, I go so hard for this green shade right in here, but then there's purple, then there's a cream matte shade. There's a few other shades here. I can't tell if they're matte or not at the moment. And that's like a silver, silver shimmer shade right there. And I mean, if you look at it, you're like, yeah, I could probably do something with that. And then you go to try to, and it's like, I don't know about that, bud. But I've done a green smoky eye using this green shimmer, and talk about pigmented, absolutely stunning color, man. Like, ooh, so much pigment. So I'm just going to like check that out. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful. Let me try this gold shimmer shade. Yeah, like it's a beautiful palette, y'all, and I just I pick it up and I just go I don't understand. I don't know why I do this to myself. And I think that's a white iridescent purple shift type color there at the end. Yeah. So the next palette that I've kind of given up hope on, I don't want to say I've given up hope, but I find myself reaching for subculture a little bit more. This is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette. I've tried this on multiple times. It does okay. There's a few times where I've tried it and it's been, the pigment on it is actually pretty good. I find myself having to blend a little bit extra because every now and then it'll get splotchy, but when I say what I'm getting ready to say, you're gonna be like, but sis, I prefer subculture over this. Everybody talk about subculture, everybody talks about how it's blotchy, everybody says, you know, it's a little bit harder to blend, but I'm like, if I gotta do all that work, I might as well get something that I know, like, I don't know, I'm tripping, I'm probably tripping, I don't know. But I mean, the pigment in the subculture is a lot better, but maybe I should do a compare and contrast video. Would y'all be interested in that? Let me know. Y'all won't believe what's collecting dust. I know. These palettes, man. I feel like this one in particular, if it was rearranged, I feel like I would be so much more inspired to do something with it. But just looking at this is almost so random. The colors are so beautiful, but I have to like cover up parts and pieces to, you know, figure out what this is. Now, this is the Magic palette. I am not talking about the Masquerade palette. I'm not talking about the palette that I just talked about was good for fall in my last video. That is not what I am talking about. This is the Magic palette, okay? Same thing with the Deuce palette. Yo, this palette is so beautiful, but I'm thinking because since the season is kind of gone for this, I'm not reaching for it. But this shade right here is still absolutely stunning. This right here, I don't know what it is, but something about this green as an inner corner highlight just sets my spirit off. And also, I don't use a lot of pink. Like, pink is not really my thing. I don't gravitate towards it. Pink and purples. No, I'm more of a blue and green girl, which, call me weird, but that's just how I am. So when I see this, it doesn't set my soul on fire like it did right before I bought it. I was like, oh, I gotta buy it. Now I'm just like, interesting. Need I say more? Again, I think the colors have just passed for me. Like, this is spring and summer month palettes, and as beautiful as this is, I love the colors in it, but I'm just not. Need I say more? Need I say more? Moving on. Another Naked palette, or another Urban Decay palette, is the Smoky palette. I bought this while it was on sale, and I don't know, I guess, you know, summer, springtime isn't really the time for smoky eyes, but maybe I can pull this back out for the season, you know, maybe. Would anybody be interested in seeing a naked smoky palette tutorial? Is this old and dead? Do you care? Like, I don't know. But even if you look at it, you know, I haven't dug in it much. Maybe I feel bad. I don't know. But as beautiful as she is, she's collecting dust. I never would have thought I'd say it. Y'all, if you knew how much stress I went through for this palette. Ooh, about to drop it. This is the TooFaced Sugar Pop palette, and I was just like in awe. All these colors, it was so beautiful to me. It's still beautiful to me, but oh baby, what you doing? What is you doing? Like, 'tis not the season, and yeah, this is it. I feel like maybe these as well I'll end up picking up. I'm trying not to flash y'all, I'm so sorry. So that's why I got my palettes down here. But I'm really trying, or really thinking, you know, that these may get a little bit more play with this season. I've actually done a tutorial once before with the Chocolate Bonbon palette, this one here. And I don't know if I've done one with the semi-chocolate, and I gave my chocolate bar palette away, not because I don't love it anymore, but because the same reason. These right here are collecting dust, and I had a friend who was like, girl, and I was like, boo, take care of her, you know what I mean? Because the chocolate palette was actually my favorite one. She wanted it, so now she has a new home. My friend has already hit pan on some of it, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just so glad that I was able to, you know, give her to someone who would love her, you know, better than me. If you love her, let her go. You know what I mean? Instead of collecting dust. And then last but not least, I actually depotted these. I'm gonna have to put these little circle ones. Ignore that one there. But the little circle ones here are a part of the Makeup Forever Artist Volume 1 and 3 palettes. The neutral colors up here are from Volume 1, and I believe the colorful ones down here are from Volume 3. I'll put a picture in there once again, and I depotted them for this exact reason. They were in the drawer and they were just sitting, and I never reached for them, and these colors were pretty. Like, these are actually some really good colors. Makeup Forever, not foundations, but their eyeshadows have always been super pigmented. It's super creative, super different, you know, and I never gave them a fair chance. So I depotted it, put it in here so I can see the colors, and maybe I'll be more, you know, I'll be more apt to grab at it. I think I've gone through absolutely everything. Tell me what you think. Do you think I should probably pull some of these out for the fall? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I just have way too much stuff and I need to throw some stuff away? First of all, if you think that, I don't need that type of negativity in my life, don't comment. Okay, don't. All right? But it's a possibility. Yeah. But yeah, those are just a few of the things that I have that I find myself no longer reaching for. I'm gonna give them a shot. You know, all the spring palettes are all the colors that look like spring. I'm gonna just sit them off to the side, you know, wait until spring rolls around again and give them a good old try, you know. So again, I think that's it. If you are interested in what I have on my face right now, I recently filmed a 3 looks 1 palette with the Tarteist Tease palette. I don't even have it in front of me right now. I just cleaned up my area. So check out that video. It'll be in the description bar. And if all hearts and minds are clear, be good, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you in my next video.